So, just seen I keep hearing on the radio about Ant-Man and how critics are saying it's funny, laugh a minute and stuff like that. It's just full of funny jokes, fun, and I went and I just thought to myself, I've still to laugh at it. I've never actually laughed at a Marvel film. I've groaned, uh, oh, like that. Especially when most of the time they try and save somebody, or, when they save somebody and then they come out with some sort of cheesy line or something like that after it. It's that's gonna hurt you more than it hurt me, or something like that, and then you have somebody say, I wouldn't say that, and ha ha, oh. I'm sorry. Ant-Man and the Wasp, seriously, I mean, okay, see when you start taking jokes and everything else, and it's all throughout the film, it takes away the seriousness of the story. That it belittles the threat. So you're really just going there to see a guy grow up, shrink down, have jokes with the bad guys, like Spider-Man or something like that, and then you see, oh well, they've got it all in hand. There's not much of a competition for them, and so you spend an hour or so laughing and well, if you do, I mean, I find it very hard to laugh at a film. I bet, and I've said this many times on my YouTube. I prefer comedians because they put you in a place where you can, you can imagine yourself doing that. So you can't really imagine yourself being, Ant-Man. And every time I hear Ant-Man, I keep thinking, I'd love an Atom movie. I've seen Atom, you see Atom in DC Legends, and you see Atom portrayed in Injustice 2, and my god, does he kick ass in Injustice 2 and stuff, the wee guy, boom, 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 goes in there, probably makes him punch himself as well, a wee bit like Gorilla Grodd can. But you have to have, and this is what people don't get when BVS came out. They couldn't understand why this was so deep, heavy, and serious. And you've got Batman and Superman, two of the best ever superheroes on this planet. Two of the strongest and mightiest heroes ever to exist in comics. You've got one that is dark and vengeful and knows how to kick ass and comes from a dark place. And you've got Superman, who's the opposite, and the both of them collide. You can't really have, for those two with the morals to go against each other. You can't seriously put too much laughter in that, otherwise you take the threat. Now, when people say, "Oh, we don't come to see serious films and hero movies," well, so be it. Go and watch your Ant-Mans and stuff like that. But I'd rather. Just recently, I watched Jackie. Right, Jackie's about the wife of JFK. It's a whole story I love. I've got my ideas on what actually happened to JFK. But I'll keep that for another video because I know you're probably not interested in my version of what happened. But when I watched Jackie, none of that was uplifting. None of that was funny. What it did show was somebody grieving over their husband right after the person was shot. And to be honest, I didn't think along those lines. After watching Oliver Stone's JFK, after watching the TV drama The Kennedys and stuff, and all manners of things related to Kev. It never focused on Jackie. And just there was one scene in that entire film that will stay with me, is when she's screaming in the wind as the car's going down the motorway, holding her husband, and she can't really do anything. You know, the wind's hitting her in the face. There's nobody about. You know, and she's just left holding that. Did I find that film entertaining? Yes. Did I need any jokes or laughs to make it enjoyable? No. That film was gut-wrenchingly sad, and it taught me. You know, it teaches you something. You know, it can teach you about life, teach you about loss. You know, it will make you respect the character that is portraying. When I go and see a Marvel film, it never gives me time to respect the character because they're all joking and laughing. Now it's came to light that the Disney Channel or something is pulling out all the films from places like Netflix, and they'll be going to the streaming. Probably the same will happen to DC. For me, DC I've always got with Amazon. Amazon Prime seems to have all the DC stuff. And yes, I've just recently, got that. So if you want me to do a review, I said, well, you want me to do a review? I'll probably will do a review on that. The talking of which, and I never came prepared. There is two versions of this, right? There's that one, and there's Superman Doomsday. I've got it in the cupboard somewhere. And Superman Doomsday was okay, but what was good about the DVD was the documentary on the origin of the actual comic book story. Now again, I can see by this, it's not focusing on the comic book story. It's focusing on maybe, I don't know if there was a 52 version of it, but I can see there's another documentary, Death of Superman, the brawl that topped them all. So I would be wondering if that is. But again, we'll never ever get a movie that is close to the comic books. You know, close to the Death of Superman. For the life of me, I haven't got a Scooby why they haven't done it, because they did do it to the Dark Knight Returns. So hopefully I'll get that. I'll watch that and I'll let you know what I think. Also, it says the sneak peek, The Reign of the Supermen. I've never heard that movie. The one trailer I have seen is the Constantine one. So, and of course there'll probably be a part 2 to this or something like that. So what was I going to say? So Disney is pulling them out. So what does that mean to me? Well, it just means that I will not see any more Marvel movies if they take it off Netflix. I'm not going to subscribe to Disney, the ones that destroyed Star Wars, and most of the Marvel films are okay, so I'm not going to pay money just to watch that, and I ain't going to see the cinema to watch it. I'm a supporter, DC for life. But I don't know. I can see DC doing it because they're going to bring out a streamline. But it just means that the last film I saw, Marvel-wise, on the timeline was Civil War. It's the last film that's made free on Netflix. So I don't know what your views are on the Disney Channel, or the Death of Superman, or Ant-Man and the Marvel films being funny, and what you think entertainment is. Me, I like diversity. I want to go to a superhero movie and not knowing what I'm going to get. If a superhero film, Aquaman is talked about being scary in the trench. Bring It On, the Joker standalone movie with Joaquin Phoenix. Bring It On. I don't want to know. I don't want to go to all these DC superhero films and know that there's a formula to it. You know, for me, it just makes all the other heroes, you know, if you put them all together, they're all bland. You know, because what one person's humour in one film is also the other superhero's humour in the other. That's the way I see things. But I'm biased, and I've said it before you do it, but that's the way I see it. Okay, well, thanks very much. I've just looked at subscribers, 502 subscribers. No doubt I'll lose many of them as the weeks go by. But thank you all for subscribing. Please share with your friends who you may think might actually agree with me. And please check out my Facebook page, DC Fan Gives Hope, because it's the likes on that page and it's the likes here that make me continue posting out some DC positive news. Thank you.